Hey everyone, Porterhause here, and please forgive me, my voice is a little scratchy. I think I'm coming down with something, which sucks. But anyway, in today's match, I'm going to be playing in a premium tank that I purchased. This is the FV4202. It is a Tier 8 British tank. It's a medium. The reason I bought it is I wanted something faster in Tier 8. I enjoy my Tier 8 heavies, but like I was saying, I like something faster, and this was on sale, and I do like British mediums, so I picked it up. Got a little bit of history behind this. The FV4202 was an experimental tank, and only 3 were ever actually made. And out of the 3, only one of those remains. It's in a museum in England, and it's in pretty poor shape. Its design characteristics actually went into the next tank down the line, which was the FV4201, I think, also called the Chieftain. So, like I said, never went into productions. Much sort of similar history to the Covenanter, which was actually in production. Unfortunately, it was designed by a rail company, and there were so many design flaws with it at first that it never saw combat or real combat anywhere, which is a pity, because once they fixed all the design flaws, it actually turned out to be a pretty tough little tank. So anyway, that's the history behind the FV4202, and you will now get to see it in action. Alright everybody, we are on the Sand River map. I am in my 4202. I'm going to take it out of the game camera, because I am just shaking that son of a gun all over the place. Now, this is a fast medium tank, probably like the 3rd or 4th match I actually played in it. Already somebody in chat bitching about the matchmaking, which I can kind of understand. I can completely sympathize. So we're going to put it back in the game camera, so... Now, the FV4202 is definitely a support role tank. It is not an upfront brawler, so I'm going to look for a spot where I can keep an eye on the heavies that are moving up behind me and actually sailing on past me right here. And also, take pot shots at targets of opportunity, which is why I started going over here, right next to the Super Pershing. I have one of those as well as a gift from one of my subscribers. It's a nice tank, but slow though. Can definitely deal out and take some punishment. So yeah, there are lots of little things zipping around, including another 4202. But none of it I can get a bead on, or if they do pop up, I can't get a shot off on them quick enough. So, and I see this T10 sitting over here. It's a heavy. I wasn't quite sure whether it was on my side of the dune or on its other. It's getting the crap kicked out of it by a bunch of mediums. So I decided that was boring as hell. Looked like there was something going on over here. Also, I realized I'd kind of forgotten about the heavies, so I started moving up where I could get a bead on anything coming up behind them. And I wanted to try to take a shot at the T10, but he was actually behind it too. So I start moving over here, and I see this Progetto, and you're going to see a lot of these in the game. People are already buying them, including a friend of mine. I have not yet purchased one. I might consider it. So I ended up blind firing at him, and he missed, went right over his head. Really kind of just missed him by a gnat hair. And then here, I just didn't wait long enough. I think I moved the gun at the last second and screwed up my aiming. So I'm going to take another blind shot where I thought he was, and then just as soon as that shot lands, he pops up. And it looks like he was trying to sneak up on the heavies on my team, and I'm like, oh hell no, not happening. And took my time and nailed him, so that was my first kill of the match. So I'm wondering if I could get a bead on anything else over here, and I'm not seeing anything, but there's one of those Somas, one of the new French heavy auto loaders that I am very not fond of. If you hear me play and I run across one of those French auto loaders, you will definitely hear me bitch. Especially when it's a light and it's like piercing my heavy armored tanks from across the map and I don't even see it. Because honestly, I look at the penetration on these and then I look at my frontal armor on my tank, and there's no way in hell they should be able to pen it, yet they are. And now you saw an M46 Patton. We'll be seeing him again soon. Now there's that FV4202. He's dealing out some punishment. And there's that, that's a Centurion who somehow got into our backfield. That's another medium British tank, very similar to the FV4202. And my first shot goes over him. This guy's just getting splattered all over the place. So he's pretty damaged. And take a second shot at him, and I got him. So the Centurion's down. And then I turn around, and then there's this M103 just sitting there. And he's getting punished as well, and I finish him with my next shot. So now there's that M46 I told you to keep an eye on. So this actually turned out to be pretty fast-paced. I come around this corner, and that M46 Patton is sitting up there. I know he's there. He takes a shot at me and misses. Looks like somebody else got a good bit of damage into him. And the Super Purging and I start moving up. Now, he decides to sit in our cap, which I thought was stupid. But, you know, I guess if he needs the points, because this team's about to go down. So the Purging goes that way. And I thought I'll go around because he'll be concentrating on the Purging. And sure enough, I round the corner. And he was looking the wrong way, but his turret traverse speed's pretty quick, and he got me anyway. I get my reload, and I finish him. So that's 4 kills. At this point, everything else is just way too far away, so I'm not even going to try. It did not stop the Super Purging from giving it a shot. Now, we already got somebody sitting on our cap. The only thing left is a TV that's probably hiding out in the hills and not going to stick its head up. And so I just, chilled out, see if there was anything poking. There wasn't. We won the match. It was pretty fast-paced. Not a lot of damage on my part, but still a lot of fun. It was a good match. Okay, folks, well, I almost decided not to keep this episode because I did 596 points of damage, which is pretty dismal. And this tank, which, as I mentioned before, is a premium tank, the FV4202. I was basically doing a support role because if you look at the rankings, I was kind of down toward the middle, so I didn't want to go running out there and get shot up, so I just stayed back. Kept an eye on my heavies and made sure nobody snuck up and tried to shoot them in the butt. And quite a few people tried, and they did actually pay for it. Although this Progetto, yeah, I guess was trying to sneak in there, but he got beamed. I hate to say this, but I'm kind of enjoying shooting these. I'm seeing so many of them, it's ridiculous. And then there's the Centurion, which is the slightly bigger version of my tank. The M46 Patton that tried to cap us out, and then the M103 that was basically just a target of opportunity. He had barely any durability left when I put a shot into him. Now I did get this medal, which I'm not going to pronounce, and I did this for destroying 2 enemy tanks or tank destroyers with a medium tank in 1 battle, and they were higher tier than I was, so I got that medal. And then I got Fighter for destroying 4 or 5 enemy vehicles in 1 battle. Rank-wise, damage, I was way down there at the bottom. But number of kill-wise, I was up at the top. And I got a decent chunk of change, although I had to spend out a little bit because I did get damaged pretty badly. Not a bad match, not one of my best, but it was one of the funner ones I had in this FV. If you haven't gotten one and you have a little bit of spare cash, I would recommend it, especially if you like the British tanks like I do.